Well, there we are. That's a bit of the Manic Street Preachers, who last night were playing at the Festival Hall here in Melbourne. Last week we talked to Nicky, who I'm delighted to say is in the box with us. So too is James Dean Bradfield as well. And guys, a very good morning to you, and evening here obviously in Melbourne. I bet you're even more excited about this, aren't you, than last night, Nicky?
Very tense, very excited. I mean, last night Jamie Roberts joined us on stage and had a bash on You Love Us.
He would play the guitar on that, did he?
James has been teaching him, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, he came on stage and...
How did he do?
He did all right, actually. He was like the glue. He was. But we had to warn him in sound check. He tried to do a few scissors kicks on stage and went, "Oi, hamstring, mate, stop it." But he was cool, man. He really was good. And we had Lewis Moody moshing in the pit as well. So it was a cool night.
Fantastic, a great
Shane
night.
was in the dressing room drinking everything before we got in there.
I snuck in just before they finished their gig and they caught me in the fridge.
Well, look, it's a great occasion, and let's talk a little bit about the tour first, because it was an inspiration, this, wasn't it, to sort this one out with what was going on out here on the rugby front.
When two worlds collide that you love, you know, rugby and music, for us is just a chance of a lifetime. Genuinely can't believe we're here now. We've just done 2 acoustic gigs today as well, around the city, which has been brilliant. One for the Lion's Den, which was amazing as well. So we are here.
Brian, you don't have to put your hand up, you know, when you want to speak in here, because you're actually a presenter of this show.
Yeah, but thanks, unlike you, I don't like talking over people.
Excuse me, Maurice, it's Wayne.
I don't like talking over you.
Thank you, Campese.
He's like a little kid at school, isn't he?
What is...
Well, talk,
Bradfield, look, you are a Cardiff Blues fan, aren't you?
I am, yes.
And therefore you're used to disappointment. So, can you tell me how you think today is going to pan out?
I gotta say, I'm not going to give you a simple answer, because I am kind of...
It's not simple, you're right.
I am kind of scared. I'm a wee bit scared about our kick and chase. It hasn't been great so far. I'm hoping Tommy Bowles going to kind of fit that requirement today. I hope we're going to see a bit of kick, him chasing the ball, because he's usually good at that. I'm just always scared of the Aussies, because I think on their day they're the best broken play specialists in the world. You know, people are always surprised at how fast they come out from the back, every time. And I think James O'Connor just might grow into it. Everybody's a bit suspicious about him being the number 10, but I think he just might get there. So I'm nervous. I think we're going to have to really play 95% of our potential to actually win this test.
Well, we can see Genya out there. He's been warming up. His knee is definitely reasonably heavily strapped. But how impressed were you by him last week?
I was just kind of sad for Mike Phillips, really, because
he's not going
kind of, I think Mikey was looking for that top spot, and Will Genia kind of just put his hand up and said, "No, you're gonna have to rip it from me as the best scrum half in the world." And just that kick from from his left foot for the try was just sublime. I haven't seen many scrum halves do that for a long time. Just want to wrap the guy up. I just want him to have such a terrible game.
Dan Lydiate might.
He's not
try and spoil everything for him tonight,
Well, Dan Lydiate as well, yeah. And
I think that's why he's been picked.
Warren Gatland really loves him, doesn't he? And he obviously, and I understand why Warren Gatland in this game has gone really with those that he trusts.
Yeah, Dan is. If you're in the trenches, Dan Lydiate, he reminds me of Richard Hill used to be for the Lions. He's just a dog. There's all the dirty, unseen, nasty work, And well, of course, like Camper said, I'm a bit worried about the Lions bench. No lock, Crofts filling in.
Well, the Lions bench is a strange place at the moment. Shane, what happens, Shane Williams, if a lock comes off?
But as far as I can see from the subs bench, the only option they do have is Tom Croft. I know they do use him a lot in the line out. He is big, he's tall, he is powerful, but can he play in second row? And that's the big question. And we all saw how the guys are dropping like flies last week. There's certainly potential to have a lot of injuries today.
I'd actually put George North in there. Well, he's 6'4". All you got to say is, mate, just jump and we'll catch you. We'll throw it, you catch it.
That's David.
There's your line out there.
David Campese with the opposite take. Shane Williams is here. We're talking to Manic Street Preachers and James Bradfield, and of course Nick Wire, who we spoke to last week, both with us. Brian Moore, I'm Mark Saggers. It's the team down there. Just watching them go through this sort of stage as well here. Genya, there was a little bit in me there. There's some suited guys around with Genya, and I don't know what's quite going on at the moment. I don't think he's testing anything out, Shane, is he? I mean, he's definitely playing, isn't he, tonight?
Oh, he's definitely playing. I think I think a lot relies on that young man's shoulders there, really, and but there'd be no doubt he wouldn't be out here now just warming up if there was any question about that, really. It's probably precautionary. Well, the Australians are saying that anyway, and I'm sure the Lions are hoping that it's something a bit more serious, but he's pretty good with one leg, to be fair, and he'll be fit for this game, and he'll give it the same commitment he did last week.
I tell you what's worrying me, I've just watched the Lions kickers, I've just seen them miss one. Only one, but they haven't done anything, and they hit the post, but even so.
They haven't done too much of that, have they, at this stage? I'm not going to get too worried about that at this stage, and I'm not going to let David Campese and just to try. I love it about Campo here, Nicky, this week. We give him a little bit of stick, and it's as if he doesn't deserve it because he's Australian, and the Australians don't deserve it at all. As if they never do anything else but give us stick, eh?
I've got to say though, what a place to tour. As a musician, as a player,
it's
coming
fantastic.
to Australia, being here today, it is a brilliant country. It really is.
I think you
It
guys,
is, it's spoiled only by the Australians.
I think you guys made a real big mistake by sending the convicts out here and you staying over there. I just spoke at a function. I said, guys, see the sun. There it is.
No, it is, and Melbourne is a very, very special place.
Oh, it's really special. One of the best gigs we've ever done last night.
Was it?
Was just very up there on the excitement levels.
Fantastic.
James,
Sorry, Brian.
So, James, when you played in front of the Lions supporters, do you how do you describe the feeling, the specialness of being a Lions supporter?
Well, this is my first real experience of coming on a Lions tour, and it is that thing. I think I said on stage last night. How many times have you been watching a match and you've thought, God, I wish Richard Hill played for us, or I wish Brian O'Driscoll played for us, or I wish Doddy Weird played for us, and then suddenly they are playing for you, and that is the special thing. It is the perfect example of wish fulfillment, because suddenly these players that never played for you and you were playing against, you're envious of, but they're playing for you, so that's special.
And funnily enough, I'm noticing Shane in a second. You feel that as players, don't you, as well? One of the nicest things is you think, I can play with someone I hate, actually, or what I hated when I played against them, and now I'm going to have the great thing to be on my side.
Well, that's the camaraderie of rugby, isn't it? From junior level right up to the British and Irish Lions. When you've got a team and you've got teammates, they are your mates. You give 100% for each other. It doesn't matter what shirt you're wearing on during the Six Nations or anything. You're playing against the best, and cumulatively you want to be the best team. Sure. They're all your mates, and these are mates you make for life. And there's no English, Irish, Scottish or Welsh players on this tour. They're all British and Irish Lions players.
Yeah, but George North actually reiterated that this week as well when he was talking about how he feels a Lion first. He can get back to being a Welshman at the end of the tour, and when he gets back to Wales as well. What about for you guys next? You're staying out here for some time. You got some other concerts?
Well, first of all, I'm hoping to reconvene my drinking partnership with Brian, because we were drinking partners in the Britpop days in Soho House.
I know.
And he gave me a big list of who he thought the talented but lazy Welsh rugby players were back then. I won't say any names, but we're going to be playing in Auckland this Tuesday coming.
Okay.
And then we're coming back and playing in Sydney before the third test.
Fantastic.
We
like to ask everybody how they think it's going to go tonight.
Seats left there, so if your fans coming along, we'll buy the drinks for you.
Fantastic. Well, look, we always like to ask people how they think it's going to go. You first, James. Who's going to win this one tonight?
Anything else. I think we'll win by 8, but I think it's going to be tricky.
Nicky?
As long as there's no key injuries, I think we'll sneak it. Lee Benny to win it.
Good man. Well, it's lovely to see you guys. Thank you very much indeed for making your way up here. It's been great to talk to you over the last couple of weeks as well. And enjoy this evening, and I'm sure you will. Are you a nervous fan at this stage now? Terrible.
Yes.
Okay. I feel a bit like that. We all do. Brian goes into a trance in the next 10 minutes, I can tell you that. But the voice of the Manic Preachers, of course, and you're listening to talkSPORT.